Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm, of course, your host, World of Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about how to save credits as a free-to-play player in World of Tanks Blitz, or not even free-to-play, just if you don't have the most money in the world and you don't want to spend it, or you want to keep saving credits so that you don't have to spend money. Well, in today's video, I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about my personal experiences with not only playing on a free-to-play account, but as well for playing this game for almost 7 years. Now, World of Tanks Blitz is a free-to-play quote-unquote game, but the way they get you money is by making it very hard to play for free. A good example of this would be credits. Grinding down a line is one thing, but the point of grinding down a line is that it just takes time. Getting credits sometimes, if you're not the best player, you can shoot premium in a mill 1, not knowing much about the game, and lose credits every single battle until your bank account 0, not be able to repair the tank, and you're screwed. That is a big issue. Now, hopefully, all of you are not like that, but the point still stands, is that it can be very easy to lose a lot of credits. In fact, I probably lost about 2 million credits in total playing Gravity Mode when it was out. Gravity Mode, that's a fun mode. Everybody wants to play it, and the fact that it limits certain people that don't have the most credits because they literally can't play it, that is stupid in my personal opinion. But as I said in today's video, we're going to be breaking into my best ways to saving credits. Now, the first thing is your equipment loadout. You'll notice on my Leo and as on my Mill 1, I have a singular equipment slot unlocked. That is it. I don't have the aiming time. This is taking away massive chunks of my tank. Even for my consumables, you'll see I'm not running Speed Boost, which costs 6,300 because it cost a huge chunk of credits. These are good examples to where I'm not blowing through my credits. I'm saving my credits so that I don't lose any, even if I'm not running a premium account on, which I'm currently not. So one thing I would suggest is if you get a new vehicle, use the main source of credits that you probably have left over on the crew. Crew is by far the most important upgrade you can get. Unfortunately, I don't really have any vehicles here that don't have 100% crew to show you, but 50% crew to 100% crew is one of the most, it's probably game-changing on how big of a difference it makes. Now, obviously, credits only get you to 75%, but that's still a 25% increase on all of your skills. So I would highly suggest to use your credits on the crew skills. Equipment, the only equipment I would suggest to get right off the bat, and the only one that you can see I have on my mill, even with 1.2 million credits in my garage, is calibrated shells. Now, the reason I would suggest this is because calibrated shells means that you have more penetration. What does that mean? Well, you gotta shoot less premium. Premium rounds are almost 3 times the price of AP on my Mill 1, which means that for a whole clip in my Mill 1, it's gonna cost me about 11,000 credits compared to 4,000, or not even 4,000. It's gonna cost me about 3,000 with my AP. It's way cheaper to shoot AP, obviously, than it is APCR on the Mill 1. So if you're running calibrated shells, it makes more opportunities to be able to penetrate tanks that you wouldn't have easily been able to penetrate before, due to not being able to just have the pen to cut through their armor. Tiger 2s, thick tanks like that, E75s, M103s, vehicles like that you would have had to dab the 2 key before, maybe to penetrate it over angling its side. Now you wouldn't have to worry about it too much with calibrated. The next most important thing I would suggest is make sure you play the free-to-play grinds. A good example of this would be the Loza Sherman. A lot of people said they didn't have time for this event, but there are many events that go on all the time. A good example of this would be spring season. Even if you don't want to participate in spring season and go in top 16 or whatever the heck, it doesn't matter because you can still participate in the season coins tournaments, which don't take much effort at all. Even if you don't win, you could go down to tier 6 and have a bunch of fun, and you win maybe, I don't know, 5 or 10 of them in the season. You can get your hands on a WZ Blaze for free. That's pretty dang cool. Now, I'm obviously not going to be doing that on this account because I don't speak Russian, and I'm not in a clan that I know anything about, so it really wouldn't affect me too much. But if you're on a clan, or in a clan that speaks your native language, which I would hope they do, you should hit them up. Ask if they'll do the Season Coins tournament, because that's a very easy way to not only get credits, but as well get a premium tank like the WZ Blaze for this season. Last season, or 2 seasons ago, you could have gotten the T54 Mod 1. That's all pretty dang good stuff, so yeah. Highly suggest to use some of your time on tournaments, especially a tier 6 tournament does not take a lot of time, maybe like an hour at max. So just free an hour of your time for one day, maybe do it maybe once or twice a week, and you've got your hands on a free premium vehicle. Hello, Sherman Firefly. How are you doing, comrade? Now, the Lowe's of Sherman was another event that I got my hands on, the Take for Free. And obviously, this event was not hard to get it at all. This was a pretty dang easy event. All I had to do was, I think, get masteries or something like that. Now, it wasn't as easy as I wished. Like, the E75 TS event was probably way easier for what it was. But still, it's pretty dang easy. Got my hands on a Tier 6 vehicle, grinding a Tier 7, and I picked the Leo as well. So this event was a little bit harder, but still, you could have played any tank really and figured out how to master it. You can get your hands... It doesn't even have to be an ace tanker, now that I remember, too. All you had to do was literally get, like, a third-class badge, and you would have gotten your hands on a vehicle like the Loza Sherman. Not a bad deal at all. And now that I got my hands on it, what you do is you use the Battle Pass. You notice, okay... level 3 of the Battle Pass gives me 1 day of premium. So what you do is you pick a day that you've got plenty of time to play on, and then you'll play all day with a premium vehicle, because you're getting so many credits when you do that. Now that guy just went right through my... Oh, actually, he apparently hit the upper plate. Okay, Void Gaming, I see how it is. But, yeah, if you've got plenty of free time to get, like, to use that 1 day of premium, I would highly suggest to do that, because you're saving so much time and so much effort. You're gaining so many credits when you've got premium account, especially if you've got your hands on a premium vehicle. It's going to help you. Like, even though I currently don't have my premium account active because I played the other day with it, I'm still going to earn a decent chunk of credits in my Loza Sherman. This tank's got a very good credit coefficient. That's one of the big reasons why I really wanted to get it. Even though it's not the best vehicle, it's still a pretty decent tank to earn a huge chunk of credits in. We're going to get a nice shot into you. Wow, I did not think his derp gun was going to pen that, but it's all fine and dandy, because nonetheless, we came out with a victory there, and with that victory, we're going to get a decent chunk of free experience, going to get a decent chunk of XP as it is, and look at that, 30,000 credits on a single victory. With premium, you can see I would have earned just about 30,000 more, so 60,000 credits with premium. That would have been just about double the entire earnings there. That would have been massive, massive on the earnings. So, overall, you definitely want to run premium account with a premium tank if you own it. Even if you have premiums, always use your premium to the most efficiency you can. If you got a 1 hour certificate, use that 1 hour certificate when you know you're going to play for a full hour. Don't just use it and then play 2 games and be like, okay, I've done my times 2, I'm done now. That's useless. Use premium for credits, not for experience. Experience is important, but you don't lose experience. That's one thing that I always say. Premium is something that you can lose very, very easily, though. And, yeah, not premium, freaking credits. I'm losing my mind already. But those are just some of the little tricks I have for keeping your credits. They're pretty simple, and they're pretty self-explanatory, and many of you probably knew these. But for any players that do struggle out there, don't sell your tanks. This is one thing I will always say. You'll notice how I have my Leo. You'll notice how I have my Emil 1. I would rather have to grind credits and earn myself the Emil 2 when I finally do research it than sell the Leo and the Emil 1, because what you're doing is you're taking your chances away from maybe participating in another event. To get the actual Loza Sherman, I had sold my Leo to begin with to get the Emil 1, and I realized that was a terrible idea because I was playing a stock Emil 1. I had no way of researching this vehicle, and my Leo, well, I easily got a bunch of masteries in it. In fact, you can tell here, I've got 9 masteries on this tank, 25 first classes. It was really easy to grind through the Leo. Compared to the Emil 1, it's a lot harder to master because, of course, it is a Tier 8, not a Tier 7. The lower the tier, the easier it is, in my personal opinion, to get a mastery. So, overall, what do I have to say? Well, if you want to save credits, these are some simple tricks. Don't sell vehicles ever, because you're always losing on the price. Let's say here I want to sell my Leo. Well, if I want to sell my Leo, I'm getting 700,000 credits. And, well, if you take a look, it's going to cost you, let's just double click it. Well, actually, I guess you can't check. But I think it costs you about 1.2, 1.3 million credits to get your hands on a Tier 7 vehicle. It's about 2 million on a Tier 8. And, yeah, you sell a Tier 8 for, like, what, 1 million maybe? 1.2-ish? 1.4. So you're, again, losing 600,000 credits if you sell that vehicle. Just keep it, grind the credits, and you'll save massive. Never sell tanks. This is one thing that people always do. Then they're like, well, I only have Tier 10. I've got 1 Tier 10 tank. I can't play Tier 8 with you. I'm like, why'd you sell your Tier 8? Because I didn't have credits for the Tier 10. I'm like, well, then just grind until you have credits. It's simple. So this is one thing I'd highly suggest for all of you to do. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. But other than that, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.